Hi everyone, this is Cindy. I'm a family therapist. Today, we're going to talk about internal family system. We often think to improve our mental health, we need to make drastic changes, break the old habits, adopt new mindset, or force ourselves to be different. Yet long-lasting changes doesn't come from fighting against ourselves. Instead, it happens when we begin to understand ourselves more deeply. Internal family system offers a powerful way to make lasting change, not by silencing our inner voice, but by learning to work with them. Internal family system was developed by Dr. Richard Schwartz, a family therapist in the 1980s. He noticed that his clients often describe different parts of themselves, such as the critical part, the fearful part, or the protective part. Over time, he realized that those inner parts function like a family, each with its own rule and purpose. He also discovered that beneath all those parts, every person has a core self, a calm, compassionate, and wise presence that can lead the system toward healing. The main idea for IFS is that our mind is made up of multiple parts, but at our center, we have the self can bring healing and balance. To make this happen, we need to focus on three key elements. The first element is understand different internal parts, which generally fall into three categories. Number one, manager. Manager usually work to maintain control or protect against emotional pain. They often manifest as perfectionism or overplanning or self-criticism. Number two, firefighter. They step in during crisis to suppress and distract from intense emotions. This can look like impulsive behavior, addiction, or emotional outburst. And number three, exhales. They hold deep emotional wounds, carrying feelings of fear, shame, or sadness. When people talk about healing the inner child, this is the vulnerable part they are referring to. Once you recognize your part, the goal is to understand them, not judge them. You might ask yourself, what is the part trying to do for me? When did it first show up? What would happen if it stopped doing its job? By exploring these questions with curiosity and compassion, you create a space for healing and self-awareness. The last key element is to healing the exhales. Once the protective parts, the managers or the firefighters trust the self, they no longer need to shield the exhales. This allows the wounded parts to finally be heard and healed. The result of these three elements is that your inner system becomes more balanced. Managers no longer feel the need to control everything, and firefighters no longer have to numb emotional pain. And exhales no longer feel abandoned or overwhelmed. With the self in lead, you experience this great calmness, confidence, and clarity. Instead of inner conflict, your parts begin to work together as a team, creating harmony and emotional resilience. The reason why IFS work is because it helps us to understand ourselves in a new way. Instead of seeing ourselves as the problem, help us to recognize that every symptom exists for a reason. It teaches us to listen, understand, and heal the parts of us. Another reason IFS is effective is because when your core self takes the lead, you experience deeper alignment. Your mind, body, and spirit work in harmony. Your mind becomes clearer, your emotion feels more manageable, and you move through life with confidence and authenticity. If part works make sense to you, here is where you can start. Checking out the book No Bad Parts by Dr. Richard Schwartz or some other IFS books. Or you can try to find an IFS trained therapist on Psychology Today or some other websites. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.